This is Jessica. Jessica is a 23-year-old young lady. She lives in New York City on 73rd Street. That's 189th 73rd Street. If you don't know, that's Madison Avenue. So Jessica, she grew up on 73rd Street. Her parents left her the apartment because they moved to Europe. They were successful people, but Jessica was an art major in college. So Jessica was just sitting in the bathroom in her house and she was like, damn, I really did it. I mean, I really did it. I have achieved my goal. I got my dream job at Doyle's Art Gallery, 179 87th Street. And Doyle is a prestigious art gallery in a competition with Tiffany's and such. So it was an honor for her to achieve the privileged title as the art coordinator. And Jessica was proud, very proud. Very, very proud. Girl right here, her name is Crystal. Now, Crystal is Jessica's best friend. She's 22 years of age and she lives in the same building as Jessica on 73rd Street. And they've been friends since age 6 when Crystal moved here into Jessica's building from Beijing, China. Now, Jessica and Crystal were best friends, and they have a dance podcast that they work on with 4 other girls, and it's being very successful. And as you can see, Crystal and Jessica and Crystal, they both take dancing very, very seriously. Back at Dole's Art Gallery, that's an auction house. Dole's prestigious auction house where Crystal worked. She was working really hard, sorting out all of the art that she had to do and get together for a big exhibit that Dole had coming for auctioneers. Yes, Jessica, she attended New York University, NYU, and she was an art major there. So after graduating, she was delighted to be the art coordinator at Dole's prestigious auction house. Jessica had been painting since she was about 7 years old. She took it up as a hobby and then she just took it totally seriously when she got about 9, 10, and 11. She started entering different painting contests and people seen that she was a very astute painter. So she just perfected her craft as she attended NYU, and now she worked at Doe's prestigious auction house. And it was her pleasure because Jessica really admired painting. Jessica had been working very, very hard and diligent at Doe's auction house at 179 87th Street. And she enjoyed her job, and plus she been working very hard for an art exhibit that they had coming up for auctioneers, and she really needed a break from work. So later on that evening, Jessica was relaxing in her home and she got a call from her friend Wendy. And Wendy was from Chicago. You get it? The Wendy from the Windy City. Her and Jessica talked and they laughed. They had a good time reminiscing on the phone. Wendy was her old childhood friend who's always going to be a friend to Jessica. And Wendy was telling Jessica that she wanted to get together this weekend. And Jessica was so astonished and so elated to get with her friend Wendy because she haven't seen Wendy in a long time. Now, Jessica was so exhausted from working at Doe's art gallery that she just passed out. I mean, she hit the bed with her humidifier by her side and she just crashed out for the night. I mean, she was so exhausted, she just totally passed out. The city of New York, it's a city so nice, they named it twice. New York, New York. So you know it's red hot in there, and Jessica just wanted to go out tonight. Jessica went out to a little bar that they all hung out at on 87th Street in Manhattan. It was called Ruben's Place. Now, Ruben was a black guy who was a friend of Jessica and Crystal. Ruben was a film producer. He also had an advertising company called Areil Neon Dreams, which had a cool name because ever since their friend Ruben Turner was age 5, he knew that he would someday have an advertising company named Areil Neon Dreams, symbolizing his dreams written across the sky because he actually lived out his dreams. So Jessica and Crystal thought that was kind of cool. And Crystal was having a drink in Ruben's Place on 87th Street. So early the next day, Crystal called up Jessica on the FaceTime and she said, "Hey girl, what's going on with you? Yo, I was just wondering, we gonna practice our dance steps later?" And she was like, "Yeah, Crystal, definitely, we gonna definitely link up. You know our podcast is getting lit and we starting to do numbers, so we gotta keep going all the way to the top." She said, "You already know it, girl." She said, "Later." She said, "Later." Jessica stopped at a phone in New York City to make a call to her friend Wendy because they were supposed to meet up tomorrow. So she was like, "Wendy, what's going on, girl? Everything good with you? We still meeting tomorrow?" And Wendy was like, "Yeah, we're going to meet up tomorrow and we're going to have a hell of a time. And I got a surprise for you." She said, "What is it?" She said, "I can't tell you now, but I'm going to tell you when I see you tomorrow." She said, "Girl, stop playing." She said, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." And she hung up the phone from Wendy. So early the next morning, Jessica got up and she went out by the shore, by the dock actually, and she was walking to meet Wendy because they was gonna take a nice boat ride and just have a good day. And she hadn't seen a friend in a long time, so that's what she was headed to do. Wendy came up the stairs. She saw her best friend Jessica. She said, Jessica, girl, how are you? I haven't saw you in so long. Oh God, I love you. I love you. I love you. Jessica held her. What up, girl? She gave her boyfriend Chuck a hug. Chuck gave Jessica a hug and he was like, yeah, what's up, Jessica? And then Jessica turned around and saw his handsome friend Conrad. Now Conrad, he was a real fly guy and he was on some real smooth stuff. Conrad said, come over here, folks. Yo, y'all chilling with me, Conrad, today. You know how I do it. We gonna do it big. So he popped open a big bottle of bubblies and he said, let's get together and celebrate today. This the day y'all met Conrad, cause that's how I do it. My name is Conrad. Y'all heard me? So Conrad continued to open up the bottle of champagne. He almost got hit with the cork, but he said, whoa, Conrad was a wild boy. He said, let me pour everybody a shot. We gonna have a hell of a time, cause my name is Conrad, and that's how we do it around here.